I was online yesterday, day before yesterday, and saw that our good friend, Governor Kristi Noem, a great American patriot and a rock solid conservative, was coming under fire because she refused to support legislation that would force a business to do something. And in this case, it would ban businesses from mandating vaccines for their employees. Now, at face value, that sounds like, yeah, well, that makes sense, but it doesn't if you're a conservative, because businesses have a right to dictate their own policies, how they want to run their companies. I don't want somebody coming into Starnes Media Group, the government, and telling me what I should and should not do. So Governor Noem, in my estimation, made the right decision here. Well, she is on the Patriot Mobile Newsmaker line right now. Governor, first of all, good to have you back with us. Hope you're having a good summer.
Oh, absolutely. It's great to be with you, Todd, too. Thank you for having me on.
Well, Governor, let's go through this story here about because again, President Biden is already planning on mandating vaccines for nursing homes and trying to pressure businesses into to doing the same. What say you about that?
Well, that's alarming to me. And let me remind everybody that's listening to your show today that throughout this pandemic, I have remained focused on what my authorities are, and then also not taking action with authority that I don't have. And I believed that according to the Constitution, that throughout this pandemic, I didn't have the authority to tell a business to close. I didn't issue any shelter in place. I didn't mandate anything such as masks. In fact, I was the only governor in the country who never ordered a single business or a church to close. So that's the viewpoint that I'm looking at this issue through, is the Constitution, the foundation of this country. And when I look at people that may want to have the government step in and dictate to businesses on how they can have a relationship with their employees, I know very well that President Biden would love to have that authority, that he would love to put down from the federal government on us mandating vaccines to everyone. I'm thankful he doesn't have that authority. And if he takes that action, I've already said I'm going to sue him. I'm going to use everything in my power to legally go after him and protect my South Dakotans. But those threats are real from the federal government. So I think that's the viewpoint people have to look at this issue through, is that that I care very much about this country and protecting our freedoms and liberties. South Dakota is a right-to-work state. This bill that is being talked about by a couple of my legislators goes very far. It's unprecedented. It's not like the Montana bill that many people talk about. And it really would turn South Dakota into a pro-labor, pro-union state.
And Governor, and by the way, folks, Governor Kristi Noem from South Dakota on the Patriot Mobile Newsmaker line. Governor, one of your staff pointed out something here, and I thought this was a brilliant comparison. The Masterpiece Cake Shop case, and we've been covering that story for years on this radio program. At the heart of that case is the government, the liberal government, telling a cake shop to set aside their religious beliefs and follow a secular ideology. I mean, you've got government coming in and telling a bakery how to run their business.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. It's the right of the business owner, the property owner, to accept your business or reject your business. And liberals like to tell cake bakers they have to bake cakes for gay marriages. Liberals like to tell nuns and Hobby Lobby that they must provide contraception to their employees. As conservatives, we fight that government overreach tooth and nail. We tell employers, that's a relationship with their employees. And unfortunately, and I don't know if it's unfortunately or not, but, employees don't have a constitutional right to a specific job. So if we start as conservatives telling employers that they can't require these vaccines, then honestly, we're no better than liberals as far as how we uphold our Constitution.
Yeah, that is such a great point. And I think maybe just maybe there is an education problem with some folks not understanding what it really means to be a conservative and not understanding where, you may think you're doing the right thing by advancing some legislation like this, but in reality, it is very dangerous. And as you said, it makes us no different than the other side.
Well, remember this, Todd. There was a former president that said one time, a government big enough to give you everything that you want is a government big enough to take away everything that you have as well? And that's what I think people need to stop for a minute and ask what they're asking the government to do. Do they think the government is really the answer to start dictating down to people and businesses when we've been fighting the government for the last 18 months to stop overstepping their authority and telling and dictating how we live our lives?
It is a fair point. Well, Governor, we appreciate you coming on the program and talking us through all this. It makes perfect sense to us. And honestly, we need more governors out there with your mindset and, with your intellect when it comes to what it means to be a conservative in this country.
Well, that would be wonderful. And I just want to remind everybody, none of my state employees are going to be forced to be vaccinated. I also have banned vaccine passports here in the state of South Dakota. We're using everything we have to fight what's happening in this country and protect our freedom, and I would encourage every single governor to do so.
You see, I love it. Governor, if somebody's looking to sell a radio station in South Dakota, give me a holler. I might have to.
I will. I will.
All right.
Thank you, Todd.
Governor Kristi Noem, ladies and gentlemen, great American patriot right there. And honest to goodness, we need more elected leaders like her because she understands. And I got to tell you, I got some emails. Oh my God, Todd, Kristi Noem, she's going liberal. No, she's not. She's trying to, folks, you got to educate yourself about these things. And the reality is, if you've got the government coming in, and she made a great point, if conservatives are going to start dictating what a business can and cannot do, we are no better than the left. And so we need government out of business. That's the issue here. So I say good for Governor Kristi Noem. I think she made the right call here.